Hi, good evening. We are here again and we will be doing our next laboratory exercise. It's laboratory exercise number 6 titled email configuration and transmission of information using Cisco Packet Tracer. Now, today is February 16, 2020. Our objective of this exercise is to simulate how does the electronic mail transfer from one point to another. We also going to configure email server, determine the function of the email server in network, identify how the server responds at the client's request. Now, our material needed again are the same Cisco Packet Tracer program, which is already in our computer. So we will be transferring to our Cisco Packet Tracer. So here we go. We have just opened our Cisco Packet Tracer, and we also opened our laboratory number 5 that was done last time as procedure requested. So now, as we have done last time also, we have already changed our PC0 and PC1 into a dynamic PC. So we will no longer change the IP address on this one because it is already dynamic routing. And on our third PC, we put this one into a static. So therefore, we are going to change our fast Ethernet IP address into 172.168.0.90. So we have done this one already previously, and our Cisco Packet Tracer, by the way, is already in real time as also requested. So now we are going to configure our new server. So I will just add one more server, and we will change the server's name into email server mailames.edu. There you go. Now our global setting gateway, we will be using now our IP address is 172.16.0.40. Why? So automatically our subnet mask will arrive 255.255.0.0. So we will configure our services. The HTTP and the HTTPS should be switched off. Our DHCP should be switched off also. Our DNS is also switched off. And on our mail, we have to open our SMTP and the POP3, and our domain will be changed, or we will add our domain. Our domain name will be mail.ames.edu. So we put it one set, and our user and our password, we can create our 3 user account for our 3 PCs, and it is indicated here that we can create our username and password, but I am just going to use the given data, the user one, but I will change the password into 1234. And on the second user, I will just add one more, 5. And on our third user, I will just put this one into 6. So I'll just add. So there you go, we have our 3 user. Now we are going to configure our computers. So since dynamic 1 and dynamic 2, we will change all our global setting into DHCP and our fast Ethernet into DHCP. So same thing on the dynamic number 2, we just have to change the DHCP and the fast Ethernet to DHCP. But on the static computer, we are going to change, we are going to retain the static gateway, but on the gateway we will be using our the okay, this one, that, there you go, 172.160.1, and our DNS server should be in 11. What happened? So 172.160.11. Now on our fast Ethernet, we have already have configured it into 172.168.0.90. Now, and the subnet is already provided. Now after this one, we are going to configure now our email information for clients. So for our email command, we will use this. This is our user one. User one mail.ames.edu. So we have saved this. User 2, user 2, AMEES dot edu. Sorry. So first one, it should be mail dot AME.edu. Now there you go. So user 2, and our password is 1 2 3 4 and 5. Now we have done our two PCs. Now we're going to our third PC. We will configure our email now. So this is will be named to user number 3, user number 3, user number 3 at mail.amees.edu. User 3, user 3, no, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So just save. Now we have done our configuration on our PCs. So configuring PC1 static routing by setting gateway into the DNS to static, and gateway is 1.2.168.0.1, DNS server is 172.160.11, and our fast Ethernet will be 172.168.0.90. So guys, we have done also our configuring. Now we will connect now our server to our PCs. So it said here the two switches is already provided. Now one switch will be connected to the PC and the other switch will be connected to the server. So since our PCs is already connected to our switch 0, we will now connect our server to our switch 1. Now we will be waiting now to turn it green to indicate that there is a connectivity from our server to our switches. There you go. So let's try sending emails now using our mail one. So let's compose user 1. No, we will send it to our user 3. Let's try to user 3. User 3 at mail.amees.edu. Test run to number 3. So this is a test run to static PC 3. So we'll send. Now we will try to open our second PC. We will try to compose. So we'll do an user 1 at mail.ames.edu. Test run to 1. This is a test run to dynamic PC 1. Listen. So going back to our PC3, we'll try to go to our receive if it has been able to receive. So there is a problem with our outgoing email server. So verify the information on account in the account properties. So we will go back. So we'll try to reconfigure again our mail into let's try using our gateway our IP address. User 2 at mail.ames.edu. Test run to 2. This is a trial run to dynamic PC2. So there's a send there's a written here send success. So let's try to see this one. Yes, we have received our mail from our user 1. So let's try to our user number 3. So let's try this one, composing to user number 3 at mail.ames.edu. Test run to number 3. This is a trial run to static PC3. So now the send is success. So let's go to our third one. Let's try. Yes, we are successful in receiving our mails. Now we're going to answer our questions. What is an email server? So an email server is a computer system that sends an email sends and receive email. So mail server, send and receive email using standard email protocol. For example, the SMTP protocol sends message and handles outgoing mail request. The POP3 protocols receive messages that are used to process incoming mails. Now, what can we send information from one PC to another? So, one we can send informations from one PC to another by the use of email. So, what is a static routing? Static routing is a form of routing that occurs when a router is manually configure routing entry, while the dynamic routing is a networking technique and provides optimal data routing. It enables router to select path according to the real-time logistic network layout change. So that's our questions for today.